A pilgrimage to the Holy Land ends in the sound of bombs and missiles. A scary situation for a Westfield woman and her son who got caught in the war between Israel and Hamas. WRTV's Kaitlyn Kendall shares their story as they are thankful to be home tonight.
Jesus turned water into wine.
Emily Keeley reflecting.
And this is where Jesus was crucified.
On a trip of a lifetime. A tour through the Holy Land with her mom and 17-year-old son, Nathan.
Doesn't really come to life until you're actually there and you're walking where Jesus walked.
It's one Keeley calls surreal.
It started out wonderful, but it kind of ended on a note that none of us were expecting it to.
Hamas's bombing of Israel. She found out about the attack when a friend texted her checking in.
It's hard to put into words. I was scared.
Keeley was separated from her son during that time. She had stayed back to care for her mom.
By the time that we were on our way, the Prime Minister had declared war.
Panic setting in after the touring group, including her son, went on to Bethlehem for safety, which meant Keeley and her mom would be separated from Nathan by a border with 3 checkpoints.
These waves of anxiety. So you'd kind of be okay for a little bit, and then you would, something like that would happen.
The sounds overwhelming.
I hate that I can put a sound to that. I now know what real bombs and missiles sound like. It's kind of one of those things where it was boom, 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 and you can picture in your head what's happening as you're hearing those sounds, and it's devastating.
Keeley says at night the sounds were worse. After hours of being separated from her son, they were reunited, but the threat remained.
How can we predict that we are going to be safe? It was a fight or flight reaction.
Canceled flights and safety up in the air.
Don't know what to expect. It's expecting the unexpected.
5 days later, and they made it back to Indiana.
It was an experience that you really did have to put your faith in God.
A full circle moment for Keeley on a trip meant to grow her faith.
The irony is not lost on me that, Jesus went through so much for us and that we ended up going through something that tested our faith.
In Westfield.
The experience has changed my outlook on a lot of things.
Kaitlyn Kendall, WRTV.
Wow, well, there is still so much more about their journey and how they were able to finally make it back home. We will have all of that on our website, WRTV.com.